Hi everybody, I'm back. So I thought I would do this little quick video because I had an order this morning for a flower that, remember that one I took apart because it was all frayed because I had traveled with it all over the place. So, it began to fray like crazy. And regardless of how many coats of Rust-Oleum that you put on it, that's what's going to happen. So I started putting my boxes and my wreaths in individual boxes. And what I do is I take the ribbon that it's, hanging up on, um, I tape that down in the box so it doesn't give it that much room to move around. And then I put some tissue paper around it so it just kind of stays still. Yeah, but even that way, in and out of the box, being handled up on, a ladder and then sticking it up on the top, it's just too much handling for it not to fray. So a wreath, really, you should just maybe take it out seasonally and hang it up and that's it, right? So in my case, because it's going in every craft show, it began to fray. So when we took it apart, I was able to salvage some of those petals. And, when I went to look for them, I couldn't find them. So I had to start a new roll. And here's the thing that I discovered, and I realized why I don't do this wreath anymore. It's because of this jute mesh. This stuff here won't go through the wood burner, okay? It's got jute in it, and the only thing it does is burn. It just burns the jute. I had to cut each and every petal, and again, you got to watch, going between the lines so that, you make sure that, you're not going to fray. Even though it is going to fray, it's not going to be that bad. However, I'll show you the wreath up there. It'll give you, remember that one? Well, yeah, and I did do a little bit. The other one had, I had petals in between. On the second row, I had in between each one of those. I had a double petal on the back. Now, she doesn't want any green. So I had a double petal on the back, and I thought, no, I'm going to put a single petal because this is why it's fraying. That double petal has more chance of fraying than this single petal, which is, together. And I got this, whole pile of Rust-Oleum on it again. So each row that I did, I sprayed. So she's very well protected. I did change it a little bit. I don't have as many of those jute petals on there. I like it the way it is. It's still full. And now I got to make a middle. Remember the middles that I used to make? And that's just why I'm making this video. I thought I'd refresh you guys' memory on how I make these guys. Okay, so I'm going to bring the camera down and I'll show you what I do. So I take a half a disc, okay? I have a little machine that it's like a wire, and I can cut these. So it's kind of cool, but if you don't stay still, this is what you end up with. These are my little, oops. So, yeah. Okay, so what I do is I take my glue gun, all right? And now this is my cord. I get this from the dollar store. You can get all kinds of different colors, all right? So what is it? We pay $2 here in Canada. I don't know what you guys are paying in the States, but I'm sure you can find it at your local dollar store. So I find my middle, and then I take my glue gun, and because the tip is hot, I just let it sit there and let it create a hole. Of course, it's not going to work because, I have to turn my glue gun on, right? And then I've got a fan behind you, so that's why you guys are hearing this humming sound. Maybe I can turn that down. Well, I'd rather have the fan because this is a toxic fume, so I'd rather have the fan rather than me smelling this. I should be wearing a mask, as a matter of fact. Okay, so we're going to give this a little minute. Let's see, what did I end up doing yesterday? Nothing. I did absolutely nothing. I did my video, And that was that. Okay, let's see if that'll go. It's starting to work a little bit. Here we go. So what I'm doing here is I'm creating a hole in my foam, all right? I want it to go fairly deep in it. Because this is going to be my starting point. So I've got a little hole in there. I'm going to add a little bit of glue, okay? And there's tape on the end of this, okay? I'm going to take some of this off because I find that it's a little bit too long. Okay, so this is good enough. I'm going to put that in the hole. And push it down as far as I can. And now I'm just going to let it sit there and dry. So this is our starting point for this little. So now you want to go on the direction of the cord, okay? The cord, if you go in the wrong direction, it's going to unravel and you don't want that. So you can see it taking its own shape, really. It's like directing itself. So I'm going to put a little bit of glue around that hole that I just created. And then I'm going to take my cord and wrap it around that. Now, I'm just going to do this nice and slow. Let that dry. So I got a nice start. Okay, so then I start, I just keep doing the same thing. I just get close to the rope here, go around with my glue, take my rope, and go all the way around. And then you just, just sit there and you be patient and, let that glue dry. Don't try and put too much glue because what'll happen, it'll seep right through and you don't want that. And if you notice that I'm keeping my cord twisted here because it's wanting to untwist. So here, I'm going to do this here and it's just going to stop doing that. There we go. So if it does, then you just kind of twist and then glue and twist and glue. So you'll be fine. This is like something, if they give a kid in the kindergarten a glue gun, they'll be able to do this. So just make sure you don't have too much glue. That's the whole key here. Not too much glue so it doesn't seep. I had some, oh my god, I had a brown one. Yeah, I put it in the wreath and I took it immediately out again because there was so much seepage through it. I went, no, Tudee can't let that go. So if you drag the tip of your gun onto your phone there, you're not going to put too much glue on there. So I know this, I'm just going to wanted to make this short video as a refresh for you guys to remember how we did this. The bigger you go, like the faster it goes. Just remember not too much glue. At this point you want to go, oh, this is going so well. I think I'd like to, really speed this up and, oh yeah, I'll just put this big blob of glue here. And it's the biggest mistake you could do, okay? You don't want to do that. I pull on my cord a little bit so I'm nice and, firm. against, so I've got a continuous motion, circle going around. I want this to play with your eyes, when you look, right? It plays with your eyes. So the key with this here, okay, is making that hole in the middle of your foam. You do that and you're golden, really and truly. So you go all the way to the edge here, okay? And then when you get to the end, you put a piece of tape on your cord, okay? And then cut it in half, because it's all going to unravel if you don't do that. And then you just bring it over your foam like this, and you glue it on, and then put a piece of felt over top of it, and you're good to go. I thought, oh yes, I do have one here. A finished one here, okay. So this one here, that's exactly what I did. I started in the middle, and then when I finished, I just glued it. I put a piece of tape on it, and I glued it down. So now really I should put a piece of felt over it. And look, see, I have to re-glue this part because I didn't, I guess I missed. So here I would put a piece of wire, okay? All right, I put my wire in, and then I would put 2 clamps in, like you can use either flower pins or make your own. I used glue, and then I put some felt on in that. I let that dry really, really a lot, like just let it dry, and then I bend my wires to put it through the wreath. That easy. It's that easy. Okay, I just wanted to give you guys a little refresher on how to make this. And yes, you'll get all those glue strings and everything. Isn't that awful? So, wasn't that nice? I got an order first thing in the morning. I was just thinking the other day, is this ever going to take off? Is my business ever going to take off? And here we are, first thing this morning, I got an order. So, on that note, folks, I would like to bid everybody a beautiful day. It's Saturday, and enjoy your day. I'm finished my chore for today. Finished this, I'm done. Of course, there's laundry and stuff, but who likes that, right? So everybody have a wonderful day, and God bless each and every one of you.